Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the BNS channel. Today I want to share something with you that I found. I was doing a lot of training this morning and I'm pretty excited about what I'm finding. This is actually brought to you and me by WERSM, which that stands for We Are Social Media. They are out of, I think GR is Germany. I'm not 100% sure. But it's for Facebook, and it's people that do Facebook training, they do Facebook research, that sort of thing. And this is the top 10 tips to writing engaging posts on Facebook. And I thought it was ingenious, not only because I follow a lot of this. The spring sprint video that I just did actually talks a little bit about this. And so it was nice to confirm that I'm doing some things right, but I also learned a few things. So I want to share this with you because I think it's really important that we implement a lot of this stuff when we're dealing with social media, especially with Facebook. So the first one that they talk about is to be natural. And being natural doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in your pajamas, but it certainly means that you should be writing naturally and nice and kind of stay away from the too formal approach. And I talked about this before when it's information versus advertising. So if you can make it a little bit more natural and to make it a little bit more personal, then that's the way to do it. Number 2 is to be relevant. Now, you don't want to be posting stuff that isn't relevant to the times, isn't relevant to today. Your post should be written for immediate action. Primarily what happens is if it's something that needs to be done later, what happens is it gets ignored, it gets passed by in all of the post feeds, and because people don't find that it's relevant, they don't pay attention to it, okay? So that would be no different than having the news station talking about things that aren't happening right now. Number 3 is be visual. Oh, I wanted to go back to number 2. This is something I didn't realize. Facebook aims to be the #1 digital newspaper. I didn't realize that they wanted to be in that realm. So that's kind of an interesting fact. Okay, so number 3 is to be visual. Images are the most engaging on Facebook, more than videos, links, or text updates. But do not forget to choose good images that fit well into the news feed. Adding a good image will attract readers. God bless you. My doggy just sneezed. So, yeah, I mean, I think that that's kind of a given. People are very visual and they like to see pictures, but make sure that the picture is relevant to your post. That's all I can say. Don't just be randomly posting pictures because it feels good. Number 4, be succinct. The shorter, the better. You don't want to write a book because people aren't going to read the whole post. What they do say here, though, is posts of 80 characters or less are more likely to be read. I wasn't aware of that. I know that Twitter has, I think it's 140 characters, which I find that to be super uber short, which I'm not a big Twitter person. So 80 characters or less to me is like, I don't know if I can do that, but I am certainly going to try. But it's also a great way to learn to edit your posts, which sometimes I forget to do. Proofread them and just see if you can make it into less words, right? Number 5 is to be emotional. Emotions sell and encourage readers to share. The most shared posts sway and persuade. They are invitations to discussion and interchange. Try to write posts that scream for reaction. Create posts for commentary, which is why I kind of like the polls that you can do in groups. I like just asking general questions to get people's feedback. So I like that interaction, and I also know that by having that interaction that your posts get pushed up further into the feeds. Good. Ask fans. Number 6. Questions are a great way to get comments. Your audience loves to express their opinions, kind of like on the previous number. Give them a chance to do so, but only ask questions that are easy to answer, because if it's too in-depth, people aren't going to write their answer. If it's a little too personal, people aren't going to write their answer. If you can, place questions at the end of your post so that it doesn't get lost in the post. So that's a good suggestion. Number 7, post quotes. Ever been to my Facebook page? Inspirational quotes work very well across social media, which I love. People love to relate to great things that were said to be great people, right? We idolize those people. We idolize people who have made it happen, who have been successful. Oprah Winfrey, for instance. Try also to post quotes within images. So like if you can create an image and put a quote inside the image, that would be perfect, right? I do that. Number 8, play right. Don't game the distribution. Many are tempted to ask people to like their posts. Facebook is not a fan of call to actions to like or share, and the algorithm may penalize these types of posts. I didn't know that. That's not good. So yeah, I mean, I think you want to do generic people coming to you. You don't want, like I called before, you don't want infoblast. You don't want people to just come to your page because they're in a contest or because they're hitting like on other pages or being sent by other people. You want legitimate people following you and on your page because those are people that are going to be potential customers, and that's what you want. So you want those generic likes, not pushed likes, right? Okay. Number 9, use full links. This is something that I actually think I just learned recently. Use only full URLs when posting a link to an external website. Shortened URLs get as much as 3 times less engagement than full-length URLs do. I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that part, the 3 times less, but that's huge. And then finally, number 10, be yourself. Kind of goes back to number 1, be authentic. The most important is to be and speak as yourself. So like you would do in a video or you would do face-to-face, that's how you want to be posting. They expect you to write in your usual tone of voice. And a lot of people, it's actually kind of funny because when I write something, they'll be like, oh, I can hear you saying that. Make them feel like you talk to them directly and not as a corporation, right? So those are pretty cool tips. I was pretty excited to find this. And yeah, so hopefully you found that helpful and you can start implementing that into your own Facebook pages. And I will see you on the next video. Make sure you go and have an amazing day, but more importantly, make it an amazing day for somebody else. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.